Hello, welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another edition of What is in Our Stand Today. It's a hashtag you can follow across all my social media. Hashtag What is in Our Stand Today. You can follow that on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. Okay, so if you could move in, what we have here is a Parlee TTR tri-bike, or TT maybe for time trialing, and had to do a service on this bike, multiple issues, and one of them was a loose headset, so it needed a headset adjustment. So if you would please zoom in this area here. Now the way this particular system works, and this is a cover, and by the way, the drawings on Parlee Cycle's website are really nice drawings, but you know, they're drawings when the bike is not fully assembled. So when the bike is fully assembled, this becomes a pretty significant little job. So this right here is your front brake cable, and it's running through the fork. See if you can shoot down in there, and if not, I'll try to maybe get a flashlight so we can look inside there. So inside there is a compression plug, and so when you're typically doing a standard headset, that compression plug is down and inside, and it's away from the naked eye. So what I'm trying to do is try to get a light source in there. So hang on a second. Fancy trick headlight. Let's try a different one. All right, so I'm going to try to shoot that down inside there. So there's wrench flats down inside there. And so in order of assembly, you would tighten that down first during the, like let's say before you've done any of this cabling. So this right here is the front brake cable. This right here is the rear brake cable. And then all these other lines are the Di2 E-tube wires. So that bolt up there, so you loosen that bolt, and then you take this, and as you can see, this is a 3mm Park Tool wrench, and you have to get past that. So you see that? And then you turn this. So I'm going to loosen it just so you can see some play. And then you tighten that. So the first thing you do after you've done the compression plug, when you did the first assembly, but now the bike is built up and you have some slop, you want to make sure that you first loosen this bolt here, and then you tighten this. Now, unfortunately, I mean, this is all part of that internal cable routing stuff that I've made multiple videos on why I think it's a stupid idea to hide the cables. But anyway, now, one other design thing that I think is stupid is this only has 2 holes. So as I turn this to get this tighter and tighter, because this has multiple turns, eventually, and let me show you what I mean, eventually when this is at 12 and 6 o'clock position, you're not going to be able to turn it because it's jammed inside here like this, and you can't get a wrench on it. And so really stupid. They should have made 4 holes on this, right? So there's no real torque value either. So once you get this kind of tight, then what you want to do is connect your front brake cable, and then rock the bike back and forth. And what you're trying to do is eliminate any type of play. And most of it is gone, but I'll keep working on it. But I just wanted to show you how you adjust on a Parlee TTR frame, how you adjust the headset. Once you've got this to where there's no play, then the last thing you do is tighten that bolt inside there, right? So if you want to look at a traditional, conventional headset so that it makes more sense to you, then let's look at this one. So this bolt here is like your black lock ring that I was sticking this in, right? And then the forward bolt that we saw, that's these two. So that it makes some sense to you, when you do a headset on a traditional, conventional headset like this, you loosen these two, you tighten or loosen this one, and then you tighten these again. So over there, this bolt is the same as that black lock ring, and then these two is the same as the forward bolt on that bike. Okay, that's probably very confusing, but once you start doing it, you'll understand. I'm not a big fan of internal cable routing for brake cables, for Di2. It's just, and oh, by the way, this bike has mechanical disc brakes. So there is a little bit of ease because I can disconnect the front brake cable, get a little bit of play on that brake housing because it's running through that steer tube. But if this bike was hydraulic, I wouldn't have any play. And then I'd have to disconnect the hydraulic line, cut the line, put a new banjo fitting on, put a new crush fitting, whatever system you're using, and then rebleed the brakes. Just for a 5-minute standard job, you're going to spend how much more money? So anyway, that's my rant for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you up the road.